So we're going to review how you can create something like this, where it functions similarly to a button, but all it is an image that you either choose from the uploaded files in the media library, or you can upload your own. And then we have the ability to link it to whatever we'd like it to lead to. So because we're going to be focusing on the sidebar content section, for this example, we will be editing the home page. So either click Edit Draft if you have an existing draft like I do, or New Draft. And then make your way down to your sidebar content section. There's obviously two ways to go about it, either going through the main sidebar content section, or you can add through the sidebar embed code section. It all just depends on the order in which you want these to appear. So if I open up to view my site as well as having this tab open, just a quick refresher of what's in my sidebar. Right now I have at the top the Vote 411 button, and that's followed by the Google Translate widget. Coming back here, I am fine with adding my addition here under the Google Translate. We'll go through a couple of examples actually. So I have this formatted text box here. If you needed to add one, you would just scroll down a little further and click to add a new one, and that paragraph box would pop up. So I'll go through the example of adding one to here and then under the main sidebar content. So within your formatted text box, go ahead and open up the media browser. Again, if you are uploading your image yourself, go through those steps. Otherwise, you can search for an existing image. Whatever you choose, go ahead and submit the selection. You have the option to change its size through the different display as options. The other option though too is after we submit, we can click on that to select it and resize it that way. If this box looks a little small to you, one trick I do is changing it to full HTML. That often does the trick. If you need it any bigger, just slide it down yourself, and then we can switch that back to WYSIWYG. So again, highlight that, resize it to whatever looks best to you. And so that's the first step. We have selected what will represent our quote-unquote button. Next, we have to make it function like a button, so we need to hyperlink it. I am just going to copy, let's lead this to our calendar. So copy whatever link address you're hoping to use. Come on back to your sidebar content section that you're editing. Make sure you have it highlighted, and we will use Insert Edit Link. That's going to bring up a new pop-up window, and we paste what we've copied. If you have it to be typed in, however you want to add that in, just make sure your link URL is included. And we insert that. So that's one example. Let's come back up here. And the same trick I did earlier, this paragraph box is quite narrow. Let's switch that to full HTML. It gets bigger. If we need it any bigger, we move it even further, and then we can switch that back to WYSIWYG. All right, so this example, we already have a Vote 411 image here. Let's essentially just recreate. So again, opening up the media browser, if I go over to all files and I search for Vote 411, I should have a good number of options. You can also widen your search by changing the permissions to any. we have permissions here expressed, but it's the search that sometimes hinders what results come up. So I've just selected one of the Vote 411 buttons that are available, and I submit. Again, we have the ability to resize since some of these images come in quite large. And then the last step, we open up the Insert Edit Link tool. And this time I'm just going to type it in, https://www.vote411.org. And we insert. For links or URLs that are leading outside of MyLO, the system recognizes those and will automatically have them open in a new tab. So let's go ahead and make a note. When it comes to changes to the sidebar content, we do want to publish immediately so that we can see those changes. Otherwise, they're only going to be visible in the back end. All right. So now we have two Vote 411 buttons. Does successfully lead us to the home page of Vote 411. And then my second button was leading to my calendar. And that is how you'd want to do that.